Okay, so I hope you've had a look through the question and you've worked out most of the answers. Let's go through it together now. So with this Power Strategy 2 trade, we've again got a nice trend up. All MAs are up, so we will obviously be going in the long direction. I want you to pause the video and try and see if you can find the trade. Well, the trade is here. It's this ABCD here. Where will we be entering? Well, it's a strategy 2 trade, so obviously it will be at the D point. What about our stop? Well, this time we've got a low pivot that is a decent distance away, so our stop will be placed at this first low pivot on the left. That is a decent distance away, so that is where our stop will be placed. How about our break even? Again, our break even is at a 1-to-1 risk reward, so the same distance between the entry and the stop is the same distance between the break even and the entry. It's a 1-to-1 risk reward, so at that many pips, you will move your stop from the original place up to the entry price. How about exiting? Let's work out exactly where you will exit. Well, the exit price is up here. And that is because after the break-even price, let's identify all the low pivots, because that is where you will be trailing from. Remember, a low pivot is when the low to the left and the low to the right are both higher than that actual low, and that becomes the low pivot. So as we can see here, the first low pivot is this green one here, so we will move our stop underneath this green low. The next one is this red low, so we'll move our stop, just a very small movement there up to the red low. Then the next one is this red low here, so our stop will be below this red low, and then you see that we get stopped out when price goes below this red low. And that is where we will sell at a profit. What about our risk reward? What are we looking at? Well, our risk is around about just over one grid, one box. Our reward is over 4 grids. So our reward is around about 4 grids and about 80% of a grid, and our risk is around about 1 grid and let's say 20% of a grid. So we're looking at around about a 4-to-1 risk reward. Again, that is an approximate risk reward. If you're anywhere around that number, that's fine. So all we're doing is looking at our reward, and we're looking at that in comparison to our risk and dividing it by our risk. And so here we have a 4-to-1 risk reward. Okay, so that was that example. I hope you got that right. Let's continue over to the next page for another example.